Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. We have quite a bit to talk about. Um, it took me a little bit longer than what I had anticipated just to put this blog up. There's just been a lot going on, and that was from yesterday. I wasn't able to finish yesterday's vlog because I had other things on the agenda that I had to worry about, and I wanted to get it out of the way. So now we can talk about today. So, unfortunately, um, there's some good news and there's some bad news for Monday. I probably will be editing the rest of the title because there's other stuff that I have to add to that. I may be editing and adding something to today's blog. So anyway, there's just multiple things that are happening today, and unfortunately, it's not going to be. Excuse me. That's actually one sign that we'll talk about. But anyway, I'm not sick or anything like that. I'll actually explain why that's happening. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of concerns today, and today is actually Martin Luther King Day. Um, so that's part of what I wanted to say, and that's a holiday. So it's not going to be the best day for me because there's a lot of things that will be canceled, and it won't be just that. Um, we're gonna talk about it and stuff. So anyway, it does come down to this is that I made a mistake and had transportation scheduled. I have to call them in the morning and cancel the transportation because the news said that um, Southeast Michigan is under a wind chill advisory for most of Metro Detroit. So I do take that very seriously, you guys. It's no laughing matter at all. It's very, very serious. And it can put your life, it can put your health in jeopardy, and you would be at risk for this. So when you're at risk for weather related stuff such as dangerous wind chills outside, that's a really big, big, big concern because I was in it yesterday. But I'm going to tell you, it doesn't take very long before you get ice cold. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So um, I have no plans to adventure out um, today, unfortunately. I plan on staying in the house most of the day. Good thing I just said that. So, graciously, I am actually on the emotional side, you guys, when it comes to um, weather related stuff such as wind chills and uh, dangerous wind chills and Arctic air. There are a lot of concerns. I mean, it does affect each and every one of us. I mean, the reason why I'm so emotional about it, I'm not gonna get all worked up and start crying on this blog because I don't want to do that. I was feeling emotional earlier, but if I do cry, I'm going to step out of the room and do it. I don't want to do it on this video because I don't want anybody to feel upset and then comment and ask me, okay, what's going on? Why are you upset? Um, so there could be multiple reasons why. Anyway, so the concerns why I'm on the emotional part of the aspect of when I mean this kind of weather situation we had a snowstorm that brought us it was a major snowstorm that hit southeast Michigan, and I'll have to take some pictures to you guys. It may be a small blog, but if I do, it's not going to be outside. It is too dangerously cold to stand outside. I mean, you can get frostbite within 30 minutes. So I don't want to take the chance in being outside um, in that kind of weather situation and then end up in emergency because of immediate frostbite. So you want to kind of take that very seriously. If you're going to venture out, my suggestion is make sure that you're dressed up in layers, not just a jet. Okay, I know that it's nobody's fault. I mean, there are some people nowadays, I'm not sure that everyone does it, but I'm glad that we are talking about it. It wasn't part of the blog, but I thought we might as well talk about it. Um, when it comes to winter and dangerously windy conditions and wind chills, you want to dress up in layers. The reason why you need to do that so you don't get hypothermia and all that other stuff. So just be very, very careful, you guys. I mean, it doesn't matter, even if you're outside for just a minute. It's still very, very cold. So I was out in it today, and there was some worry because the winds were, I think the news said about 12 miles per hour. And it was actually a strong wind. So it was very, 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 very cold. And it wasn't just that the snow had fallen, there was snow on the ground, and the snow was kind of deep. It's not like a foot of snow. I think it's like, it's either the range of two to, you know what, I can do the calculation. Let me see if I can figure it out because we had a whole bunch of multiple things going on yesterday. Let me see if I can do the math, if I can figure it out. Okay. So the news said that we were supposed to have 2 to 4. Well, I believe him. And um, I got a weather alert, indicating that we were getting that 1 to 2 range, and then about another inch, and we'll see what it multiplies to. Um, I wouldn't really consider 10 inches of snow, you guys. It all depends on where you guys are at. Um, it all depends because everybody across Southeast Michigan all had different totals. So I'm just trying to range it. I would have to go outside and do some measurements. I don't know. I'd have to see if I've got a ruler, and then I can go out tomorrow and I can actually I will do that tomorrow, but it would be I think I do have a ruler. I'd have to look in the closet there and see. So I think we were in that 3 to 5 range, I think is what it sounded like. And so it was quite a bit of snow. So and then underneath the snow is ice. So just be very careful, you guys, this winter. I'm not kidding. Some people may not even know it, so just be careful. Check on all of your people that you know, families, friends, does not matter. Kind of keep the connection open, be there, and have your phone handy if you've got one. Just about all of us have cell phones. But the ones that don't, at least make sure you've got their cell phone number or home number, whatever you want to call that, and at least stay connected and check up on them to make sure that they're okay. Also, with people that have respiratory and asthma related health concerns, I've got asthma, so I can't adventure out in this dangerously uh, um, very dangerously cold wind, especially if it's a gusty wind. I mean, it's like freezing cold. You're in a warm house, you step outside for a minute, you get cold immediately, and it doesn't take long. So just make sure you guys bundle up in layers, not just one layer, and then put your jacket on and your shoes and your gloves. And make sure that you have gloves on, okay? Because if you don't have them on, you can get frostbite, and I'm gonna tell you that that is very painful. So try and avoid that and make sure you've got your gloves on and make sure, excuse me, just make sure that you are prepared if you're going out to the mailbox or whatever. But what I'm going to do is not worry about the mail right now because um, my health is very important. So is everybody else's health is important. If you don't have to be outside shoveling the snow, and I'm going to tell you right now, elderly people will I this is just my guess, okay? I don't really know really, but I'm just thinking we've all done it. But if you have health issues like emphysema or asthma where you can't breathe the cold air, you shouldn't be outside shoveling the snow. I've tried that and I lost my breath and ended up in the emergency room about a year ago. So that wasn't really a good thing. I tried it and I couldn't do it. So if you have asthma, emphysema, that's not really a good thing. If you're gonna be outside, make sure that you're covering your mouth. Get a scarf and wrap it around your face, so that way you're not sucking in or inhaling that cold air down your lungs. So just be very careful. I mean, you step outside in this dangerously cold weather, um, it's very risky. So please make sure when you're walking out there, I would suggest if you're going to be walking on the sidewalks or whatever, depending on where you're going, go with a friend, walk with somebody. But like I said before, you should not be out in this weather. It's too dangerously cold, even for a second. You stand there and you're like, you feel this very, very cool breeze, like it's springtime, which that it's not. But when you factor in the wind chill, that changes everything because the temperature when I checked it on my app, it was a temperature of 0 outside. That is very dangerous. The temperature at 0 is very dangerous, and that can cause multiple problems, and your health will be in the danger zone. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that to everybody. Our health, um, our health would be at risk, and we most definitely would be severely in that danger zone. So I can't be out and about in this very, very cold stuff. It's not good. That's why I'm starting to cough again, and I was trying to figure out if I had a cold or something coming on, but it's from being outside in that cold air. So it's not really all that good. And problem of it is that we have to deal with this again today. So that's not going to be a really good combination. So I'm going to be prepared and I will wear the necessary necessities and I will be bundling up in layers for sure before I do anything. Um, but like I said, I have no plans to going out anywhere, just staying here at home inside. So people riding buses or whatever, um, a lot of, I would say in general, a lot of us shouldn't be outside waiting for buses because you don't know how long you're going to be waiting outside for those buses. They say, they run by their schedule where it says 5 o'clock or whatever. But with the dangerous temperatures, I'm not quite sure exactly how that's going to affect everybody, but just expect that there may be possible delays where the bus comes early or they may be a little bit later because of road conditions. So it's still a very tricky situation, which would be very slick, icy roads because underneath the snow, after you shovel it, underneath that snow is ice. And I'm going to tell you, um, there is ice and snow on the sidewalks too, and it's completely frozen. So just be very careful and use extreme precaution if you're walking on sidewalks or walking in the parking lots. Don't do anything silly, okay? Just do the right thing and stay at home. Only go out if it's an absolute must, urgency, or an emergency. Don't go out and uh, you know, be outside and do outdoor activities. It's not really a good thing. So um, that's what I just recommend you guys. I'm not just saying this because I want to say it. I'm saying this because I care. For everybody and everybody around the Midwest, everybody around the world, just about every human being around the world and across the country and all that. I care about all you guys. So I pray that all of us will be looking out for each other, helping each other out, staying connected. Make sure you've got your phones handy, and make sure that you check up on people that you love, people that you know, your neighbors, stuff like that. Try and give them a hand, but especially with the elderly, special needs, make sure that you accurately check up on them to make sure that they're okay. Because we're not just dealing with that, we're dealing with a whole bunch of other things that we'll talk about in the next episode. So, um, the next um, live blog that I will be doing another live streaming on will be on safety. It will be all on safety. So the next live stream will be on safety, and we'll be talking about everything on safety, and that means the do's and the don'ts. The do's are yeses, and the don'ts mean don't do it. So we'll talk about the safety plan, and that blog, I'll have it up probably either in the morning. I'm going to be home all day. So I'm going to say it's probably going to be done in the morning because that's when I have some of the blogs rolling. So I will see everybody then. And everyone just take care. If you're going to be out driving, please be very careful. Take your time, allow yourself extra time. Don't speed, take it easy, and use a lot of caution. And make sure you've got your cell phone or some way to communicate, um, in case you get stranded or your car doesn't start up, or if there's a an actual emergency, or that type of thing, because you never know. Emergencies do happen, and they happen all the time, every day. By the minute, anything could happen. So you guys that care about everybody, just play it safe. Please do that for me. Um, I will be praying for everybody and hope that everyone is safe and they stay in a safe place at their houses, in a warming center. And you might want to look to see what areas have warming centers, and those are just shelters where you can stay the night and get something to eat and warm up, that kind of thing. I've never been to a warming center before. I've been very lucky that I haven't had to do that, but I shouldn't say that that would happen. I mean, I never know what comes down the road. But luckily, I have a head over my shoulders and I'm in good hands. So, for those that like the poor, I think about the poor people, especially because the poor people are the ones that don't have a place to go, a place to live, and all they're looking for is is a home, you know, someone that would actually take these homeless people in. I'd rather see the homeless people have a place to live and not out in this kind of weather. It's just very sad when I see um, all these homeless people standing outside. Um, but you know, if you see people like that, you know, try and give everybody you know, how can I say this? Um, Actually, what I'm gonna just say, just do the right thing and help everybody out, and also help the poor if they need help or they need a place to stay. You might want to sit down with your family or whatever you might want to do, and make like decide between your family or whatever, and decide and maybe consider. I'm not really saying that you should, but I'm just saying everyone's different. Everybody has their comfort zone and their uncomfort zone. So you might want to think about it. I'm not saying that anybody has to do that, but I know there's a lot of people that go up and beyond. Um, Now, if I was just living by myself, I could see that happening, where I would go up and beyond. I still go up and beyond all the way for anybody that needs someone to talk to or needs support or whatever the situation may be, depending on what that problem is, situation, whatever. I do listen to your your questions, your concerns, your cry for help, or whatever is needed. Just let me know in the comments below. And I'd love to hear from you guys again. So leave me some comments, a couple of likes. That would be awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next several hours. I probably will not be doing a live vlog until 5 or 4:30 in the morning. I'm gonna kind of change the times around a little bit. So I'll see everybody between 4:30 and 5 o'clock today for Martin Luther King Day. And then we'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot that I got to talk about with you guys about activities and everything that I've got on the agenda for February because this month is almost over. I'll see what's left of it and I'll let you know if I'm going to do anything exciting. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining me, and you guys have a nice evening, a wonderful Martin Luther King Day. So take it easy. We'll see you again at 5 or 4:30 for a live streaming again. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me.